Hi, I'm Dr. Tammy Post. I'm a family practice physician and I do integrative wellness medicine. I work with patients every day on what I call the 5 pillars, which does hormones and nutrition, fitness, and spiritual and emotional well-being. And it's interesting because that's always been a challenge in our fast-paced world and life. Everybody's stressed out. Everybody's always looking for ways to manage that stress. And I've always known that subconsciously my subconscious is driving the bus most of the time. I mean, you drive to work and you don't even realize how you got to work sometimes. And I realize that that's a big part of who I am and the interactions that I have in my life. And a lot of the old programming and things that the negative aspects of my life from childhood and things that have impacted me kept coming into my life in the present, and were really putting this ceiling on what I was able to do. And I was just looking for answers, praying, and nothing really seemed to fit. And then one day my husband said, I have a friend who's coming to visit. And it was so interesting because I think things just line up naturally. And this man had got some free tickets and he was just really compelled to come visit. And it's interesting because I really believe that the law of attraction, you attract things into your life, and when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. And here this man showed up, and I was a little skeptical at first. And he described a process called balancing. And the way he described it to me was that he would do some muscle testing, and I'm not going to get into all the logistics of how muscle testing works, but he would identify what my body was really working against, where those ceilings were coming from, those limiting beliefs, and would, through what my body was able to do, tap into that subconscious and those internal beliefs and old programming and undo some of those processes. And it turned out that it was a very healing process for me in this thing he calls balancing. And it's a little different, it's individualized for everybody, but it was really life-changing. And then he taught me some kind of emotional, spiritual hygiene techniques to continue that balancing. And I do that on a daily basis. I do it morning and night, and I do it anytime I'm stressed. And it has been really, really helpful and life-changing. And in fact, I'm teaching it to others now too. So very helpful process, and I highly recommend Ross to help you on that journey as well. And it's just, like I said, been life-changing for me.